So let's take a look at how Stripe handles subscriptions. This would be a manual process, but once you understand the manual process, then automating it or selecting a plugin to do the automation would make a lot more sense. So let's take a look at that. This is the dashboard for Stripe. This is a test account. We can get all of our information that we want from here, but we're going to go straight to billing. Now, in order to create a subscription, you have to have a product. And in this case, we have photography tutorials, $30 a month, and this was created a while back. So that product exists. We'll come back to here in a minute, but let's look at the subscriptions real quick. So if I click on subscriptions and I want to add a new subscription, I just click the new button. And we're assuming that at this point that someone has bought something on your website and their information is in here as a customer because you're using Stripe as your processor. If they have not bought product from you yet, maybe you took an order over the phone or at a seminar or something, you can actually add them as a new customer, and then you can come back to subscriptions and add a subscription to that customer. If you manually add the customer in there, though, you'll need to have their credit card information so you can add it to their account. Whereas if they bought something from your website, the credit card information will already be in the customer profile and you will not have to get that again. That makes adding them manually pretty easy. So we're just going to select a customer from the list. You can search for that customer in a variety of different ways, but in this case, we're just going to pick Joe Dirt as our customer. So here's the information. Now that we have the customer assigned to the subscription, we're going to go ahead and add a product. We have the photography tutorial. So we're going to select photography tutorials. Now at this point, you already have a customer in the system. They've already bought something from you, so their credit card information is already stored with Stripe. You don't have to ask the customer for that back. It's already there. And we can come down, we can add one or multiple products to this customer's subscription. We can add a coupon, we can add tax, we can add a trial information, we can add a memo. So let's assume that as of today is June 19th. So in 11 days on July 1st, you want this subscription to charge the customer. And then on the 1st of every month, you want it to charge the customer after that. So what you would do is add a trial period, and we put in the 11 days. And go ahead and hit enter. So this ends on June 30th, which means on July 1st, they will be charged. Actually, I think it's on June 30th. So if you want it on July 1st, whoops, there it goes. We'll put in 12 days. So on July 1st is when it ends. And then they'll be billed. So as far as the subscription is concerned, that's all you have to do. So we'll hit start subscription and we're done. So the subscription is all set up in here. And if we want to see that via the customer, we can come over to customers. We can look for Joe Dirt. There he is right there. And we can scroll down and look at his subscription information. So this is the one that ends in 12 days. This is one that we did previously. So we can take a look at that again. We can open it up. Here's all the information. The trial period ends on June 1st. And it will automatically invoice and bill them on July 1st. Sorry, not June, July. So it's really that simple. Now what dictates the frequency of the subscriptions and the billing? Well, that's over to the products. So let's look at products. Let's go ahead and add a new product for tutorials for quarterly. So we're going to click new. We're going to call it photography tutorials. And we're going to hit create. We're going to give it a nickname, an ID or a SKU. So I usually use something like product tutorials -Q for quarterly. It's going to be in US currency. Does this pricing have multiple price tiers? Based on quantity, that's totally up to you if you want to set that up. We're going to say per unit. we're going to say instead of $90, which would be 3 months, we'll give them a break and we'll do it for $70 per quarter. And then we'll set it up for every 3 months. There does not need to be a trial period here unless you're going to give them a trial period for the actual product itself and not the initial subscription. So there is a lot of flexibility right there. You also have metered usage as well as quarterly usage. We'll go ahead and hit, this is it. That's all you need to do. Now this is ready. We hit add pricing plan. So if we go back to subscriptions and we want to change Joe Dirt's from monthly to quarterly, we click on his information. We click on update the subscription. We'll come over here and hit remove the product. We'll come over here and hit add a product and we'll select the quarterly instead of monthly. We'll leave the trial period in there and then we'll hit update. So it's added. So you have the ability to do quite a bit of flexibility in here. I'm not sure what you guys' requirements are, but hopefully that'll help. Based on the little knowledge that I have, hopefully that'll help you guys decide.